Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. Motormaster Monday continues. All Monday night, you've been watching your favorite NASCAR Heat 5 racing leagues compete, bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage of their events. And it is main event time, folks. NOSSCAR kicked off Motormaster Monday with the Jackpot 300 at Las Vegas. Matt Smith in the number 10 was able to wheel it to victory lane with a perfect pit strategy call. And now here we have 18 drivers for round 3 of the 2021 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season gathered and ready. They're rolling at Auto Club Speedway, and it is the second annual California 300 and the 4th ever NOSSCAR Motormaster Series race here at Auto Club Speedway. I'm NOSSCAR CEO Tyler McMurder, alongside in-race reporter and Giggity Racing League's CEO Kevin Tattersall, bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage of the main event for Motormaster Monday. Strap yourselves in, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. Kevin, thanks a bunch for joining us.
Absolutely, man. As I always say, it's the last thing up there. Keep me real.
You always have a fast number 54 Toyota Supra as well. A bit of a different paint job for this race than we've seen in the first 2 races of this season. Running up there in second, though, so something's working for you, huh?
Yeah, I decided to put the Denny Hamlin scheme away and pull out my best Kyle Busch impression.
Ah, there you go. Well, you're doing a pretty good one so far, except for this past season. He had a bit of a rough one, I'll admit. But yeah, Kevin Tattersall's not having a rough one. You won the Daytona 300, found a top 10 finish at Las Vegas just earlier tonight. And now round 3 of the season, you're up there battling for the lead with JWoww in the 74.
Yeah, the 9-car Converse, he's sitting in third, but he's having some bad lag. It actually took me and JWoww together to be able to get by him.
Oh, okay. See, on my screen, it doesn't... Oh, okay, never mind. I do see a bit of what you're talking about. That is unfortunate because we know that Chris Ryan in the 9 is fast, so he's going to be near the front in this one. But yeah, he's having some lag issues, and that's really disrupting the flow of the race, especially near the front with these guys. Matt Smith in the 10, the winner at Las Vegas earlier tonight, he runs in 4th. And just behind him, it's Nick Donfrancesco in the 6th car running in 5th. Different paint job for him in this race as well. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. coming off a rough finish earlier tonight at Las Vegas. And he's running in the 6th position, looking to turn that around before he turns the console off here tonight. Jesse Carlson in the 20 is the one right behind him, running in the 7th position. And it's the top 7 that have broken away from the rest of the field just a little bit at this point. JWoww picking up where he left off in tonight's Las Vegas race earlier. He led a lot of laps in that one, and he was a very big contender, a big factor in that one, and one of the favorites to win the race. And it was very apparent and clear the more that the race went on that was the case, and he ended up finishing in the top 10 after getting a speeding penalty on pit road on a pit stop in the final stage in that one. Looking pretty good right now. Goes into turn 1, a little bit higher entry than most of the others. Kevin took a lower one. He's going to exit right about where he was to try to keep in the draft. But as you can see, JWoww trying to break the draft a little bit. Goes to the inside, not letting Kevin use that draft and that momentum to suck up closer and battle for the lead. It's Chris Ryan still in the 3rd position. Nick Donfrancesco in the 6th has moved into 4th. And Matt Smith in the 10 car is coming to pit road. Tony Brown in the 8 car coming to pit road as well. It's a little bit early, but these are scheduled green flag pit stops here in stage 1. It's a 75 lap race. And we're going to see pit stops throughout this one. The pit crews are going to earn their paychecks. Bradley Gill into the 90 is also on pit road, and I'm still blown away by the impressive start to the season Bradley has had. Stage points in all 4 stages that we've had in this season so far. And top 5 finish at Daytona. Top 10 finish, I believe it was, earlier tonight at Las Vegas. He's been on a roll. Driving for Brett Baker Racing. And there's a problem on the front straightaway. Nick Donfrancesco is involved. Daniel McGriff in the 93 is spun through the grass area. And I'm not sure if this is going to bring a yellow out or not.
No caution yet.
Wow. And I didn't see exactly what sparked that, but it had to have been from some drivers maybe trying to go to pit road. Pit road is a busy place, let me tell you. Jason Armstrong, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Josh Colm-Diaz, Chris Ryan, Kevin Tattersall, everybody pretty much on pit road. Josh Colm-Diaz, Cameron Norton, they're all down there. And I think that those guys collided going to pit road. I think. It's hard to tell. And there's Daniel McGriff in the 93. You can see the front end damage to his car, so he made contact with something. And yeah, it was him and Nick DonFrancesco that went spinning, and it looks like Daniel got the worst end of it there. They both go to pit road. It's going to cost them some track position, I'm sure. Ryan Trek of the 19 car comes to pit road. Finished 6th in the Daytona 300. Finished outside the top 10, though, in the Las Vegas race earlier tonight. Looking for good things here at Auto Club Speedway. Chris Ryan coming back on the racetrack in the 9 machine. It's going to be interesting to see where everybody cycles through, because I don't think the green flag pit stops stretched over the course of a lot of laps, so I'm going to be surprised if there's very many significant changes to the running order. And once it all cycles through, we'll let you know who the race leader is. We know that it was JWoww before the cycle of green flag pit stops, but keep in mind, Matt Smith and the 10 went to pit road first amongst anyone. They're side by side right now, JWoww and Matt Smith.
The 9 car is the leader right now. I believe that some of these guys up here just took 2 tires, knowing that there's only 4 laps left in the stage right now.
Okay, thanks very much. 4 laps to go in stage 1. And God, we're thinking that there was some strategy involved here with some drivers taking 2 tires. It's Chris Ryan in the 9 leading the way, looking for his first stage win of the season. Be a great start to his race, and it's already been a good start for him. Finished 4th in the Daytona 300. He's got 3 laps to go in this one. 31 starts, 1 win, 6 top 5s, 14 top 10 finishes for Chris Ryan here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He's got a pole, he's got a stage win. He's made the playoffs in this series before. Looking to make it a breakout year. He's coming around now to take the 2 laps to go signal, so pit road will be closed once his bumper hits the start-finish line. And that really cements his strategy here in making the 2-tire strategy work. He better hope he doesn't blow a tire at this point, because pit road, it will be closed. The only way that you can avoid a penalty for pitting while pit road is closed for being under 2 laps to go in a stage is if you pit again at the end of the stage. You're not allowed to take a wave around or a free pass because of pitting with under 2 laps to go at a bigger track like this one. Coming out of turn 4 now, he's going to see the white flag. Next time by, he's going to see the green and white checkers, and that'll signal the end of stage 1. Closing in on what would be his 2nd career stage win here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He's also found victory lane in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series. Speaking of which, folks, Tailgate 250 coming to you live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the NOSSCAR Series Racing YouTube channel, youtube.com/NOSSCAR Series Racing. Hit the subscribe button and check us out. 4th annual Tailgate 250. Chris Ryan comes out of turn 4. He's going to win stage number 1 here at Auto Club Speedway for Timac Motorsports. That Chevy Camaro looking good. JWoww in the 74 is going to finish in 2nd. We got a car spinning coming to the line at the end of the stage. It was Jesse Carlson in the 20.
I got Convicts, JWoww, NASCAR King, Flash 9, NASCAR Oof, top 5.
Oh, wow. So Jesse Carlson was the 5th place finisher, and he was the one that went spinning and sliding. That was a wild way to end stage 1. How about Josh Colton-Diaz in the 7? Third place finish in stage 1. That's going to be 3 points for him. Matt Smith, Las Vegas race winner, is going to get 2 points for finishing in 4th. Jesse Carlson picks up a point for getting 5th. But it's Chris Ryan getting the 5 valuable points and the playoff point. Those playoff points become very important once the playoffs begin, once that postseason comes.
I believe NASCAR Rooster got 5th.
And that's never good.
I mean, maybe it was intentional.
I'm going to find out pretty quick. See, usually in the past you would see them completely just move out of the way. And now he's disappeared, hasn't he?
No, he's still on my screen.
On my screen, I've got him parked on pit road.
Oh, okay, I do have a car parked on pit road.
That's not good. Yeah, we're green, folks. Chris Ryan is your race leader in the 9. He clears the 74 of JWoww. Josh Colton-Diaz gets shuffled back to 4th. He might lose more. We're rocking and rolling. It's Stephen Corley in the 22, looking to the inside, looking for 2nd. First time we've spoken about him being up towards the front. And NOSSCAR's finest here are flying at Auto Club Speedway. Four wide for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Now they're going back to 3 wide. It's a little better. And it's JWoww up top, Stephen Corley in the middle, and down low it was Josh Colton-Diaz and Cameron Norton in the 1 right there with him. Cameron Norton is all the way up inside the top 5. Alex Tesdahl in the 16, running in 6th. He's lurking and he's closing. He's gaining on these guys. They're 3 wide again. For 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They're 3 and 4 wide behind him with Kevin Tattersall, Jason Armstrong, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. This is insanity, folks. Whoa, Cameron Norton goes up the hill a little bit. He's going to lose a spot to Alex Tesdahl and Matt Smith. Excuse me, that's actually Jason Doro in the 08 Chevy Camaro. Different paint job for him in this race, and really like that one actually. That lime green and black car is coming to the front. It's still Chris Ryan and JWoww, 1-2. JWoww tried to get to the outside of Chris Ryan there, couldn't quite do it, so now he's going to the inside rather. And they're side by side for the lead going into turn 1. Ooh, they both drift up the hill a little bit. You could tell they picked up the throttle a little sooner, trying to get every bit of speed out of the car they could. That was a crunch time moment. And JWoww is going to prevail on the inside. He's going to take the lead from Chris Ryan. So the stage 1 winner is going to fall to 2nd. It looks like Josh Colton-Diaz in the 7 is going to challenge his teammate to the inside. It's about for 2nd and 3rd. Stephen Corley going to the bottom with him. Jason Doro right there as well. Cameron Norton. You can make any groove work here at Auto Club Speedway. It's a big track. It's a big surface. You can put a lot of cars side by side here, and that's usually what the plan is in these NOSSCAR races. They're having a heck of a battle for 2nd on back, and it's allowing JWoww to cruise away with the race lead here at Auto Club. Oh, Chris got shuffled in the 9 machine just a little bit there. He's going to lose a few positions. Stephen Corley's going to jump into 3rd, but he's got Nick Don Francesco to the inside of him. Whoa! Cameron Norton got out of shape there. He went up and found the wall, came down and found Kevin Tattersall in the 54. They both held on to it, and they're going to be okay. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. had a front row seat to that whole thing. There you see him. I'd say from the leader on back to about, I really want to say about 12th or 13th place. They're all still right close to each other and all within striking distance of working their way through the pack, gaining positions and getting up to the lead if they really have the car and ability to do it. And they're all trying to do it at once, so it's not going to be easy, folks. Some of the drivers near the front are getting lined up single file to maybe try to work together to run down J-Wow. It's Josh Colm-Diaz, Nick Donfrancesco, Stephen Corley running second, third, and fourth, trying to make that happen if it's going to. Never mind. Stephen Corley has other plans. The lone Ford in the field, other than Jason Armstrong, jumps to the inside and takes over third from Nick Donfrancesco. No teamwork yet. Man, it's been an exciting stage two since the drop of the green flag in this one. It's been an exciting race overall, but you can tell that everybody's eager to get to the front, and it's just building the more that the laps click off, folks. These drivers are hungry.
Not to throw a whole lot of more animosity here, but you get 13 laps to the tank in these Xfinity cars, and this stage is 14 laps.
Okay, so that's going to make things a whole lot more interesting. Somebody just might start to lift here and see what they can do and make it to the end of the stage or not. They're all still lined up nose to tail. They're battling for position. They're side by side for third and fourth there. It's Matt Smith trying to make it happen on the bottom. Stephen Corley in the 22. Nick Donfrancesco in the 6 right there with them. But we're riding with Josh Colm-Diaz. He's in second, and he's actually beginning to close on the leader. Trying everything he can, trying desperately to run down J-Wow. J-Wow running his second career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series race, and he's looking to steal the show, find victory lane. But he's got Josh Colm-Diaz trying to run him down. Josh looking for his third career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series win. He's got 63 career starts in this series. A couple of cars have now lost touch with the lead pack. Cameron Norton, Timmy Brown, Alex Tesdall are the 3 drivers. Ryan Schreck, Bradley Gilliland have also lost touch. So the pack is slimming here up towards the front just a little bit. 18 drivers started in this race. 20 drivers qualified their way into the race at Las Vegas earlier tonight. Went low there, going to turn 3. He might be signaling that he's coming to pit road. And he is, folks. Stephen Corley in the 22 gives up a top 5 spot. He's on his way down pit road. Several others are going to join him. His team made it.
3 to go right now.
Oh wow! So there's a lot of drivers staying out when they know. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have to really evaluate this. This is changing everything. But yeah, J-Wow's on pit road. Josh Colm-Diaz is on pit road. Jason Armstrong is on pit road. Both the Steel Horse Motorsports Fords are on pit road. But yeah, keeping an eye on the lead pack now. Everybody here is going to need to pit if they can't make it. And there's some cars that are. Here comes the leader to the line. Some drivers are going to be penalized. And now everybody that's on pit road has made it to pit road without receiving a penalty. Anybody else that comes down pit road right at any point now would be receiving a penalty. And I don't think that anybody's going to. That was close. That was interesting. Jason Doro, Nick Donfrancesco, Chris Ryan, Timmy Brown. They all made it on pit road just barely without being penalized there. And we're getting the white flag signal. Who do we have as the race leader?
The 93 car. So...
Wow, Daniel McGriff, the leader. Yeah, he's on the back straightaway, lifting. He's slow right now. He's coasting. He's coming around to try to collect the Stage 2 win. Oh, but who's the one in second? It's going to be interesting.
I actually just took the lead from him, and then Flash 9 is now in second.
Oh, wow, okay. So in race reporter, Kevin Tattersall takes over the race lead. I saw you pass him. And he's going to win Stage 2. Second stage win of the season.
And I was out of fuel when that happened. So it's Taddy, Flash 9, Ataxia, Shadow, Ryan Shrek comes home 5th in the stage.
Wow, good for Ryan Shrek. Pulling off a 5th place finish in Stage 2. He's going to be on the lead lap. He's going to get 1 point for the Stage 2 finish. Top 5 in the stages get points. And wow. You pulled it off, man. And I'm proud of Daniel McGriff as well. He finished in 3rd in that stage, and he stretched his fuel out.
I'm sorry. It actually changed. So that was the unofficial. It's K-Taddy, Flash 9, Shadow, Chai Cubs, Trips, and Trouble gets 5th.
Oh, so Bradley Gilliland up to 3rd. Harold Burden is in 5th. Wow, this changes everything. Everybody was trying to stretch the fuel and try to make that work, or a few drivers at least. Ryan Shrek included, and some came up just a little bit short.
Only 2 people are lap down, Duke King and Bowman Nation. Duke King will get the lap back, and NASCAR Oof is out of the race.
So how many cars are we going to have on the lead lap? Sorry, did you say?
So with 18 NASCARs out, we're going to have 1 car lap down, so we'll have 16 on the lead lap.
Okay, perfect. So almost everybody's got a shot to win this one still. And anything can happen. Green flag is in the air. Final stage in the California 300. Main event for the Motormaster Monday. Kevin Tattersall on the inside. Matt Smith on the outside. 2 former winners here in the Motormaster Series, along with Alex Tesdall, who's still looking for his first career Motormaster Series win. He does hold a cup win, though. They get single file. The driver in 4th, Bradley Gilliland, finished 3rd in that stage. Got stage points in all 6 stages that NOSSCAR has held so far here for this season. In the first 3 races, that 90 team is on a roll. Kevin Tattersall's got help. He's got Matt Smith all over his back bumper. There's a wreck on the front straightaway. Cameron Norton is involved. Nick Don Francesco, Timmy Brown, and there's 1 other car down there against the inside wall, and it's Jason Armstrong. The caution is going to come out for the first time in this race for an on-track incident, and Kevin, for the first time all night for an on-track incident. Las Vegas was clean and green, except for the ends of the 2 stages.
Yeah, this is actually going to be interesting because we actually only ran 1 lap. However, by only running that 1 lap, it actually puts you in the fuel window for 2 stops.
Oh, wow, okay. And this also might even take away the whole fuel consumption strategy, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to have to make 2 stops here. You got about 13 in the tank. There's 37 when the caution came out. We actually had the 93 car stayed out there. But yeah, so definitely going to be some strategy here. Looks like 16 that is taken just right side only is now he's in 2nd place.
Strategy all around, folks. The green flag back in the air. Alex Tesdall up to 2nd with a 2-tire pit stop, and we're back racing here at Auto Club Speedway. Daniel McGriff in the 93 is your race leader. He leads them through turns 1 and 2. Kevin Tattersall in the 54 has other plans. Daytona 300 winner to the inside. Most wins amongst all active drivers. Kevin Tattersall with 4 wins here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. Goes to the inside of the 93. He's going to clear him. He's the new leader. Coming at a turn 4. There are 3 wide behind him, folks. Kevin, don't look now, but there's a whole lot going on behind you.
Yeah, that rear view is definitely full right now.
Wow back out front in the number 74 Chevy Camaro, looking strong. He's got the lead. He's on point. Kevin Tattersall right behind him in second. And Steel Horse Motorsports Ford driver Stephen Corley running in third in that 22, still looking for his first career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series win. He's come so close so many times before. Came close several times in the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series last season on NASCAR Heat 4. I'll never forget the race at Michigan in the trucks that he almost won. Should have been his. It's only a matter of time for Stephen in that 22 car. Kevin Tattersall, big move to the inside going into turn 3, looking to take the lead back from Wow. I could be wrong, folks, but these two do appear to be the class of the field. We've seen other drivers come up there and be a factor in this as well. Matt Smith is one of them, and now here he comes in the number 10. He takes second from Kevin Tattersall. Stephen's going to go with him in the 22. Jason Doro in the 08 Chevy Camaro. Now up to 5th. He's coming up there with Alex Tesdahl right behind him. Josh Colm-Diaz is in 7th. Daniel McGriff in the 93 was the leader when we dropped the green flag again. He's still in the top 10, still in the pack here with these drivers. 18 cars started the race, 17 of them left on the racetrack, 16 of them left on the lead lap. Everybody's got a shot to win this one. Actually, excuse me, all 17 of them on the lead lap. That one caution gave the free pass out to give us all 17 cars left on the track on the lead lap. Everyone's got a shot to win this one. Throwing it down to in-race reporter Kevin Tattersall to find out how many laps remain in the California 300.
29.
Woo! They click off fast. 29 laps to go, folks. Alex Tesdahl just found the wall in the 16 Chevy Camaro. There you see him. He's... Oh, man. It wasn't severe, but it was severe enough for him to lose about 3 spots, and he lost the draft with a couple of cars that he was working with. It's a long string of cars, but if you fall too far to the back of it, you do run the risk of losing touch with the race leader. You want to use the draft and use the speed in your car and your abilities to advance your position, cut back in line, and stay in the hunt for this thing. It's easier said than done, of course. Bradley Gilliland makes a move on Cameron Norton. There was a little bit of contact made. Now Bradley also trying to do the same on the 16. There was contact made again. Cameron Norton came up into the side of Bradley Gilliland, it looked like, and that nearly caused a 2 or a 3 car incident. Looks like Cameron's going to lift a little bit and let the 90 get some space on him. Meanwhile, back up a little bit closer to the front, a lot closer to the front. Stephen Corley in the 22 runs in the 4th position with Jason Doro and Josh Colm-Diaz 5th and 6th right behind them. And it's begun a little bit, folks, what I was talking about. The top 6 have really kind of spread themselves away from the rest of the field. Chris Ryan is the driver that's running in the 7th position, stage 1 winner, led a lot of laps in this one. But he's in no man's land. He's by himself. He's got 3 cars that could potentially work together behind him. And then he's got the front 6 in front of him. So got a little bit of work to do if he wants to stay within striking distance. Making a move on these leaders. They're making a move on each other, that's for sure. Jason Doro goes to the inside of Kevin Tattersall, and Kevin's going to lose a spot there. He could lose maybe one more, but it kind of looks like he's going to tuck in line in front of Josh Colm-Diaz, and he does. He holds on to the 5th position. The top 6 still nose to tail. Kevin, your thoughts on the race so far?
This is good, hard racing here. These guys are battling tough up here in the top five for sure. You got Josh back there in sixth. He's doing a great job. That one caution, things happen, you know, when you get these restarts and everybody gets together. But I'm looking for an exciting finish here.
And usually we get one at a track like Auto Club. You and I were talking about it before the broadcast, and we've talked about it since as well. A lot of grooves here, a lot of ways that you can make things happen, and a lot of ways that you can go 3 and 4 and 5 wide here. You can put a lot of cars side by side here. There's a lot of things that can happen, and you never know what will happen. So pit stops beginning. Looks like it's Daniel McCriff in the 93 on pit road, as well as Bradley Gilliland in the 90, and now, I will not be surprised if Bradley gets a speeding penalty there. We'll have to wait and see. Ryan Schreck, it looked like he was coming down pit road, but he stays on the track for another lap. It's still Jay Wow in the 74 leading with Matt Smith in second. The battle for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth is heating up a little bit here, though. Stephen Corley, Josh Colm-Diaz. I think that they're trying to work together to try to run down the leader, and I don't know what Jason's plans are. I don't know what Kevin's plans are, but I think that that's what the plans are for the 22 and the 7. They are friends off the track, and I think that they've been in NOSSCAR for quite some time, and they might realize what's happening here, and they may work together. Chris Ryan in the 9 car is on pit road. And now more pit stops from the leaders. Jay Wow is going to give up the race lead. Stephen Corley on pit road. Josh Colm-Diaz, Kevin Tattersall, among others. Excuse me, not Kevin. Oh, yeah, no, Kevin's there. It's a busy place, actually. Alex Tesdall leaving pit road. Cameron Norton leaving pit road. Timmy Brown leaving pit road. I'm impressed with Jay Wow. Ever since he made his debut in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. Finished in the top 10 at Las Vegas, led a lot of laps there, and was one of the favorites to park it in victory lane that day. Here for the California 300. He's out front and he's looking sharp. At least before the cycle of green flag pit stops, we'll let you know where everybody's running here in just a couple of minutes when everything cycles through. And thank you once again to everybody who's joining us for Motormaster Monday. It's the main event of the evening here on NOSSCAR Heat 5. It's the 4th season of the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. This season started back on NASCAR Heat 2. You're actually riding along with the driver that was there for it, Jason Armstrong. NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series, NOSSCAR Motormaster Series both started on NASCAR Heat 2. Ran 2018 seasons, 2019, 2020, and now bringing you 2021 coverage early like we have for the last few years in a row. So much we got to ram into the 12-month calendar for the NOSSCAR leagues that we host. We bring you the first few races of the Motormaster Series and Tailgate Truck Series early every year.
The 74 is back in the lead after it cycles through.
Thanks very much, Kevin, and thank you very much for taking the time to be our in-race reporter.
Oh, yeah, you know, I didn't want to have to talk to a whole lot of people, so I only got to talk a little bit here.
There you go, and all you got to do is deal with my annoying voice.
Yeah. I mean, you said it, not me.
Yeah, no worries, no. You're suffering. I deal with it every day. I'm used to it. Jay Wow picking up where he left off here just before the green flag cycle of pit stops began. Matt Smith is the driver running in second, and there was a brief moment there where I thought Matt was actually gaining a little bit of ground, but it actually appears that he might be losing a little bit of ground to Jay Wow. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this goes. We're going to throw it down to in-race reporter Kevin Tattersall. Kevin, how many laps to go?
19 to go.
Oh man, see, they're clicking off quick, and now if I had to take a guess while I have you still, we're going to need to pit again one more time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, one more pit stop. Nobody's going to be able to stretch it. Nobody's really going to be able to do any type of strategy. If all stays green right now, it's going to be all up to Matt Smith and Stephen Corley, Josh Colm-Diaz, and the drivers that are running in and around the top 5 to see if they can run down JWoww. But who knows, folks? You never know when a caution can come out. You never know what's going to happen in a NOSSCAR race. We've seen it all before, so we never rule anything out. 18 laps to go in the main event for Motormaster Monday. Trying to give you a bit of a reset here if I can. It's a little bit tough, but I do. JWoww is the race leader. Matt Smith is in second. Stephen Corley is in third. Now all 3 of those drivers are pretty spread out. And then Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7th runs in 4th. Chris Ryan runs in 5th, and it's Kevin Tattersall running in 6th. Those 3 drivers pretty close to each other on the racetrack. They might actually be able to use draft to their advantage. Running back in 7th on his own is Jason Doro, driver of the 08 Chevy Camaro, signed up late for the 2021 Motormaster Series season, but he's been looking strong ever since. And Nick Don Francesco, driver of the number 6 car, he's the one running in 8th. Daniel McGriff in a 93 just behind him. He's the driver currently scored in the 9th position. Just behind him, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, former NASCAR champion on NASCAR 15, on NASCAR 15 and on Supercross, is rounding out the top 10. I'll tell you one thing, actually, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. hands down was the most talented NASCAR Supercross driver that we've ever had. We hosted East and West championships on Monster Energy Supercross, and it was a lot of fun. We had 10 and 12 riders, 8 riders in our races, and we had long duration races rather. And it was Jeffrey Robinson Jr. that won more races than any other driver and championships while we were there. Something we don't talk about lots because it's very different than the 4-wheel sim racing that we always do and show on YouTube, but we have a few of our races on our channel if anybody ever wants to check it out, and it was really cool. JWoww just put a lap there on Ryan Schreck in the number 19 Toyota Supra, so Ryan now becomes the first car 1 lap down. If a caution should come out, then he would get that free pass and be back on the lead lap and restart at the tail of the field. There's a couple of cars that are 1 lap down. I believe there's 2 cars that are 1 lap down. And I can also confirm for you, Matt Smith in the 10 is not gaining any ground on your race leader. In fact, he is losing ground to your race leader. JWoww has really found some speed here. He had the speed all along. He was able to take the lead earlier in this race and get out in front and lead some of these guys. But he's definitely found more speed since. He's really been able to drive away. Found the speed when it matters too. We're in the final stage, and that's when you really want to have your car working at its best. More pit stops beginning. Josh Cole-Diaz, Stephen Corley. There's a whole bunch of drivers on pit road. Kevin Tattersall, Daniel McGriff. There's a lot of them. Be cool to have the pit stop clocks, the stopwatches. See how long everybody's pit stop is.
I don't know what it is. I've had horrible stops all night. That was my quickest one at a 16-second flat.
Ah, extra case of Red Bull for the pit crew next week.
Yeah.
Or one less, one or the other. I don't know. And now one would assume, the theory goes anyways, that JWoww would still be the race leader when all of this cycles through, just simply because of the size of the lead that he had. But we'll have to see. I know that he's on pit road now, folks. There he goes. He surrenders the race lead. A couple of cars came on pit road the lap before him. That includes Timmy Brown, Jason Armstrong, and a couple of others. There you see some of them leaving. There's only one car out of this race, and that's Jesse Carlson. Daytona 300 pole winner.
The leader is the 6th car right now.
So Nick DonFrancesco out front.
He hasn't pitted. He's the car behind me.
And now I wonder what his strategy here is, because he's losing valuable time to the drivers that he was battling with for position inside the top 10. The longer he stays on the track, I know it looks like he's coming to pit road this time by, but I wonder if he was just maybe hoping for a caution to maybe gain some track position and put himself in position to maybe win this thing. But yeah, here he comes. He surrenders the lead. He did lose some time doing this. He will have fresher tires than the rest of the field for the remainder of the race, but I'm not sure if it's going to equal out or not. It never really does. It's always better to short pit, so it's going to be interesting to see where he falls. Could lose a top 10. He's running 8th before the cycle of pit stops began. Good battle here between teammates. Chris Ryan, Josh Cole-Diaz before the cycle of pit stops began for these guys. Josh was in front of Chris, so since then, Chris Ryan has gained some ground on Josh and has been able to take over that position. It's Stephen Corley just in front of them. And so yeah, Chris Ryan up to 4th, Josh back to 5th, Kevin Tattersall runs in 6th.
Yeah, luckily there was no caution there. Napa Fan and somebody else pit together. I think it was Ryan Trek. They actually both spun out at the pit road.
Oh wow.
So whatever Napa Fan's plan was on pit road, it did not work.
No, definitely not. And it sounds like the exit didn't work for him either. So yeah, thank you, in-race reporter Kevin Tattersall. I never would have known that. Nick DonFrancesco spinning at the exit of pit road.
That's actually unfortunate. He had the exact same thing happen to him at Las Vegas where he spun out. I was telling you about it during the Vegas race that he had spun.
Yeah, that's a shame. He's always fast. He always brings a fast car to these tracks, and he's always a factor in these races. He's found victory lane many times. He's made the playoffs. He's advanced all the way to the round of 8 in a few different NOSSCAR leagues on the NASCAR Heat Games. He's got what it takes, but you're right. He's got a lot of bad luck, it seems, as well, and you hate to see that, especially when you know that they deserve a little bit more. Still a good battle for, 4th and 5th here between the Timac teammates. But see, I think that they're working together. I think that they established that Chris Ryan's car is the quicker of the two, and they might be trying to reel in Stephen Corley to have a bit of a battle for third before the end of this one.
Coming to, I believe, 5 to go. Sorry, the leader's already taken 5 to go.
Okay, perfect. Thanks very much. I was literally just about to ask because I heard the crowd in the game roar a little bit. It's usually an indication that clock is running out or we're on a bit of a significant lap or something happened on the track somewhere. But yeah, folks, 5 laps to go, coming around to 4 now for Jay Wow, and he is closing in on what would be his first career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series win. It's his rookie season. Second start here, and he's very much known for his success over in the FRR, Front Row Racing League. Races there full-time. Running good here at Auto Club Speedway. Matt Smith is the one running in second, and you can see it's about almost a full straightaway. I'd say about 3/4 of a straightaway, and that's a long distance, especially for the size of the straightaway here at Auto Club Speedway. Matt's got a lot of work to do, and I don't think he's going to do it, not without a caution anyways. Winner of the Jackpot 300 event earlier tonight. He's going to bring it home in the runner-up spot, unless something crazy and drastic happens here in the late laps of this one. 3 laps to go. Stephen Corley, unless anything crazy happens, anything changes, he's going to bring it home in third. He's had a good start to this season. Got a top 5 finish, second place finish actually in the Daytona 300. And a solid run at Vegas earlier tonight. It's been a good start to the season for him so far. And don't forget Chris Ryan, Josh Colm-Diaz running in 4th and 5th. The 9 car is Chris Ryan, 7 car Josh Colm-Diaz. They're going to bring it home in the top 5. It's been a great start to the season for them. Josh had a bit of a rough finish in the Daytona 300, but he's been bouncing back here in round 2 and 3 here tonight. Is it the white flag?
2 to go.
Okay. And of course, M-Race reporter Kevin Tattersall running in 6th, and unless anything crazy and anything changes happens, he's going to bring it home there. Jason Doro just behind him, going to finish in 7th. As we approach the final lap, 1 more lap to go, folks. The white flag is in the air for Jay Wow. He thunders into turn 1 for the final time. It's the 4th Motormaster Series race we've ever done at Auto Club Speedway. It's the 2nd annual California 300 at Auto Club Speedway. 18 drivers entered the event, a 75 lap race. And after tonight, we are 3 races deep in the 2021 Motormaster Series season on Heat 5. It's been a heck of a night, folks. The checkered is out. Jay Wow wins at Auto Club Speedway.
1 caution and 175 laps.
Wouldn't you know it? Send the link to that stream again, same way you did before.
What? I already posted it, I believe.
This stream? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I posted it early. Let's see. Yeah, you'll see. I even label them, so you'll see it on the video.
Excellent.
I'll scroll once it goes to official results.
You able to try to... Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
and
still on live right now. So.
And then, yeah, whenever you're done looking at the results and making sure that that's on your stream, just let's grab Jay Wow and bring him in. What a race.
I don't have him. If you could,
okay.
You can do it on your phone. Go to our chat party thing and just add it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you have the app on your phone.
Yep.
Saves you from blue screen.
Yeah, for sure it does. What a race. You said it there, Kev. 175 laps in total tonight, 2 different races, only 1 yellow for an on-track incident. It's been a very smooth start to the 2021 season. It was a very clean and fun Daytona 300 to watch as well. So, all in all, this has been a big success so far. We keep seeing a lot of different drivers with a shot to win these races. Nobody's walking away with these things. It's been a whole lot of fun to call these races. We're going to get a word with your winner, JWoww, driver of the number 74, here in just a couple of minutes. Hopefully less than that. I'm working on it.
And he also had the fastest lap of the 39.73, tenths of a second faster than the rest of the field.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I was third fastest with a 40.061. He had a 39.78.
And joining me now in the broadcast booth, driver who finished in 5th, and that is Josh Colm-Diaz, driver of the number 7. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Hey, Ty.
Heck of a race out there for you. You won the pole at Las Vegas earlier tonight. You ran solid in this one all night. You bounced back and had 2 good races tonight after having a bit of a rough finish in the Daytona 300. Take us through your race here at Auto Club and tell us how you were able to pull off a 5th place finish.
The car it started tight, but I knew, because I always race the Cup, I always mess with the Cup cars here, to adjust the tire pressures instead of make my car adjustable for the longer runs.
And the car was coming to life more for you on the long runs? You had speed there?
Yeah. I was catching the 47, I think stage 2, or stage 1, one of the stages, before the stage was over.
You had a good car. It looked like you were right there battling with some of the guys that led the most laps in this thing. You had a really good shot at winning this thing. What are your plans for next week's 2 tracks? I know that you're really excited about Phoenix.
Phoenix, I'm going to go out there and Kevin Harvick it.
Well, best of luck to you, and congrats on your top 5 here tonight.
Thanks, Ty.
Chris Ryan, driver of the number 9, brings it home in 4th. Had a heck of a run. You did a great job. And you brought a stage win home, a stage 1 winner there, and that's a valuable playoff point. Those come in handy when the postseason begins. How was your car feeling? And take us through your race. Tell us how you were able to do it.
Oh man, it was a beautiful car. It started out, I think we started 2nd outside pole tonight on, Cali. So it was on rails tonight. I may have, I felt a little behind after the first stage, after I won that stage. Made a wrong adjustment, fell behind everybody, so I had to work my way back up. And yeah, I had maybe a top 2, top 5 car, so I'm glad I finished 4th.
The draft was powerful. It was easy to make moves. It was easy to go 3 and 4 wide, but it was also easy to kind of get caught up with each other and lose the draft with the front runners at times too. Was that a big challenge, and was that a big reason why certain drivers were where they were near the end of this one?
Oh yeah. With this game, is like like they complained a couple years ago with the cars, real life. There's like a bubble. If you get outside that bubble, there's just no catching anybody, and that's why basically 1st through 4th was, we were spread out. Good, like a bubble. We couldn't get any draft, so we were basically running the same lap times. So. I mean, when it comes out like a bubble, when you can't get the draft, and yeah, it just becomes a ride around. But hey, congrats to JCR, man. It was great run. And Diesel, man, I tried my butt off to catch him, but I just couldn't.
We were watching that. It was a heck of a battle there at the end between all of you, and I was talking about it quite a bit there with Kevin when he was still in here. Yeah, congratulations on your top 5, and best of luck to you next week.
Hey, thank you much. Thank you, congrats, everybody.
Does Stephen Corley have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Driver of the number 22 Ford for Steel Horse Motorsports. You're a lonely team out there. There's only 2 of you at this time, and you got one other car open, and we're working on that. But yeah, every time we bring cars, or you guys bring cars to the tracks, you're always fast. And you had a second place finish in the Daytona 300. You had a good race at Vegas. You followed it up with another top 5 performance here at Auto Club Speedway. Tell us how you were able to do it. Tell us how the car was feeling, and tell us who you had a good race with out there.
And like it was a good race. I kind of fell back at the end of stage 2. I blew a tire coming off 4 because I'm an idiot, and I only took 2. But and then I made a wrong adjustment in one of those, the second to last stop. I just made it way too tight, and I couldn't do nothing. But like it was a fun race with K Taddy, and like when the front 4 got spread out or were drafting together, that was fun. But and to bring it home, P3 is exactly what we needed to do, and hopefully we can make the playoffs this year, because I know I've been 0 for whatever it is, and get a win pretty soon, hopefully.
Well, you seem to be getting closer and closer, man. And I mentioned in the broadcast earlier tonight, during the final stage, that you've come so close before to winning a Motormaster race and a Tailgate Truck Series race, for that matter, as well. And you came close tonight. We saw the one caution come out for the on-track incident, only one of the night, by the way, in both races. And that took away the whole fuel mileage strategy. Everybody needed to make the same amount of pit stops, 2 pit stops from that point forward, and that kind of opened the door for it to be a slugfest and see who had the quickest car. You seem to have one of the quickest cars. Is there anything you maybe could have done differently to get the win tonight?
Pray for a last caution and make the right adjustments, but then it would have been just a straight out every man for themselves and just pushing and shoving. But I mean, I'm kind of glad it didn't end that way, fearing what it could have done, because last year I was in the top 5 and I ended up in the sky somewhere. But
it happens. No, it definitely wasn't like that this year. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and best of luck to you moving forward.
Man, thank you, sir.
And does Matt Smith have a copy? No, sir. Does Jay Wow have a copy?
Hey, you got me?
Hey, all right. So I'm in victory lane, and I'm seeing a face that I don't ever see, and that's Jay Wow, full-time driver from the Front Row Racing League, making his debut earlier tonight at Las Vegas, and then in his 2nd career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series start, parks it in victory lane, and in dominant fashion, in grand fashion, it came down to a green flag run with 2 pit stops, and he was able to outlast and outspeed everybody else, including some very talented drivers. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, thank you very much for coming over and racing with us here in NOSSCAR. You're definitely a clean and humble and talented driver, like I had heard. And yeah, tell us how you were able to pull this off. Tell us how you were able to hold off drivers like Flash 9, NASCAR King, K-Taddy, Diesel, and make sure that you've parked it in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, thank you for letting me join the league. But yeah, I had a dominant race car today. It's just I wish I would have went 2 for 2 tonight with Las Vegas, but it's all good. We still come home with 1 win. That's all that matters. And yeah, I just want to thank you for letting me join this league and have fun out here.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. You're absolutely always welcome from now on as well. You passed the audition, even though it really wasn't one, and we're happy you're here. Yeah, you led laps in both races. You were strong in both. You had a good car in both. Was it for the Vegas race, did you just maybe not have the right strategy? What was it that kind of held you back? What was it that actually held you back for the pit stop there in the final stage? Did you get a speeding penalty?
Yeah, on the second to last pit stop, I got a black flag. I tried pushing it too much. I was trying to see how much I could push into pit road, but it was just a little too much, and ended up getting a black flag. So I made sure it wasn't going to happen for this race. So I went about 20 miles an hour below the speed limit just to get it through. And It worked out. That's all that matters.
Well, that explains Las Vegas, but yeah, very happy that you could turn it around here at Auto Club. Back to Auto Club. You had a good battle there with Flash 9. It came down to that long green flag run. The draft was strong. Did you maybe think, if I get to the front, they'll battle with each other and I'll get away? Or were you kind of just... Did you think they were going to stick with you the whole time and it was going to be a battle until the end? What was going through your mind when you were the leader and when you were up there with them and trying to plan it all out and get the job done?
Yeah, I knew the draft was strong coming into this race, but what was it? What's it called? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, whenever the laps went on, I felt like the cars would break off and the draft would get less and less, and that's what happened during the run. I tried avoiding them to get on my draft when I was up leading, so I tried to duck down to below the white line or just try to get out of the draft line so they couldn't catch my draft or get some momentum coming to my bumper. Now I tried to do that as much as I could, but once they got out of my draft, about 5/10, then I just started running my line, and I was able to run an extra lap more than Flash 9 each run, and that's what just made me take off. His tires just were worn out by the time I still had a couple of laps left on my tires, and that's when I just started taking off more, expanding my lead.
Did you ever? You expanded the lead all the way to victory lane, buddy, all the way to the champagne bar. Congratulations and welcome to NOSSCAR.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that was Jay Wow, full-time driver from the Front Row Racing League, making his debut earlier tonight at Las Vegas. Grabbed a top 10 finish there with a lot of laps led, and found victory lane here at Auto Club Speedway, winning the 4th ever NOSSCAR Motormaster Series race at Auto Club and 2nd annual California 300 event. Motormaster Monday is over, folks. Another one in the history books. And we would like to take this time to thank you all for joining us. It was a very exciting night of racing. I apologize, I got a little bit distracted there. I left it on the 9 car for a lot of the post-race interviews, but I would like to show everybody here that it was in fact the 74 machine who parked it in victory lane. Congratulations once again to Jay Wow. Congratulations to all the drivers. Matt Smith finishing in 2nd, Stephen Corley finishing in 3rd, Chris Ryan in 4th, Josh Colm-Diaz rounding out the top 5. 18 drivers entered this 75-lap race, and we are now 3 races in to the season. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we are saying so long and stay fast, folks.